How's it going, everybody? It's the Kids Fox here. This is my channel where I talk about anime, cartoons, and video games. And today, I want to share my thoughts of what I thought about the recent Mortal Kombat movie. So this is going to be a little bit of a brief review, and then, if you can't tell from the title, this is me trying to rewrite the Mortal Kombat movie. Like, how would I approach the matter and stuff? It's probably not perfect, but just a thought. Okay. This movie was a C minus to me, and that's just being generous overall. The effects and CGI look cool in my opinion, like when Kung Lao does his teleport move to save Liu Kang. If you watch the movie for the fights, that's the best you can get out of this. Kano's acting seemed outstanding and made the character come off a bit likable. His name is Josh Lawson. I also think Scorpion's actor was good, but we don't see much of him through the movie. Unfortunately, none of the other actors besides maybe Cabal and Sub-Zero stood out to me. Liu Kang's actor sounded inorganic, Cole was blandish, Raiden was a bit pretentious, and some characters like Goro, Natara, Reiko, and Melina were just written poorly. Reiko's actor was overacting to me personally. The story was written to facilitate more fights, and the Arcana explanation was just lazy. It's like the Sam Raimi Spider-Man being given organic webs when the comics Spidey has like web shooters, but it's justified a bit since Spider-Man had spider powers in general. In here, Arcana covers not only Liu Kang and Kung Lao's powers, but Sonya's energy ring blast, Cole's plot armor, Kano's eye laser, and Jax's metal arms, when really these abilities were obtained through cybernetic enhancements and implants, or in the monk's case, chi. Also, when I saw Scorpion living in the 17th century and when I learned of his daughter's survival, I knew Cole was going to be related to Hanzo in some way, which I don't like. Conceptually, Cole was going to be a reincarnation of Scorpion, which to me is even worse, but the two being related is still almost as bad. Also, Cole defeating Goro of all people was terrible, especially when you know what Goro is capable of, like defeating the Great Kung Lao or being the champion of Mortal Kombat. I still think they had no real reason to replace Johnny Cage with Cole Young, or at least a good one. Nobody, myself included, didn't like this character at all, and he was pushed way too much, like taking out Goro, Melina, and Sub-Zero. One of my nitpicks is the portrayal of Sub-Zero since he's always been an anti-hero like Scorpion. The actor does do a good job, but Sub-Zero is written to be Shang Tsung's top soldier and major antagonist in Scorpion. And this is probably the first time ever Bi-Han has ever killed Hanzo's family, as Noob Saibot in the games, he was corrupted by Quan Chi's magic, but before that he was a simple assassin who served his clan loyally. So he was kind of neutral technically. Overall, Cabal's costume was fire, Reptile's design was great, but he should have gotten more of a ninja attire to me personally. I was impressed that they used Nantara, but disappointed by the design and just the writing. And we got a lot of references. So references like the Great Kung Lao, Nightwolf, Katana, Delia, Shinnok's Amulet, Kodo Khan, etc. Some say this would have worked better as a series like Mortal Kombat Conquest in order to flesh out the characters more, to which I agree on. If I were to rewrite this story, I would probably have Shang Tsung hire some members of the Lin Kuei and Black Dragon to kill the heroes prior to the tournament, which I think that would have been leaked better like what he did in Mortal Kombat 9. This movie is good for consuming time, but I don't have any major attachments for this as I do the Sonic movie. The first Mortal Kombat movie is still the best movie out of the series by far, and I would go as far as to say even Detective Pikachu is better than this movie. Although the movie is better than, movies like Legends of Chun-Li, I couldn't stand that, or Mortal Kombat Annihilation, which, that was like over like what 20, almost 30 years ago. So yeah. But that's just my thoughts. Now I'm going to talk about how I would rewrite the entire movie, or rewrite the story at least. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about how I would rewrite the movie. Alright, so I think the movie did a bad job with characterization, and they had to rewrite some stuff so Cole Young could fit in. They also killed off some big name characters like Goro and Melina. who would have made a big impact on the sequel. I mean, I'll leave out Cole as a character and replace him with, I don't know, Johnny Cage. And the dragon markings and the Arcana ability, since they drag the plot down for me. The introduction should showcase the Lin Kuei feuding with the Shiroryu a couple of years prior to the movie, instead of 4 centuries. It is there where Scorpion is killed by Sub-Zero and his family is killed by the ninja army. Out of spite and vengeance, Scorpion is resurrected as a specter. Cutting to present day, Shang Tsung hires 2 mercenary parties, the Black Dragon and the Lin Kuei, to assassinate some of Earthrealm's best fighters in hopes of collecting their souls. Because of this, Kano intentionally gets captured by the Special Forces in order to play them both from the get-go. Knowing Kano has interacted with Outworld, Sonya and Jax try to interrogate him, only to get ambushed by Cabal and Jarek. Jarek is killed by Jax, and Cabal escapes with Kano with his super speed. After the fight, Raiden appears with his acolytes, Liu Kang and Kung Lao, to request Sonya and Jax's help, along with the Hollywood actor Johnny Cage, who has dormant Green Halo abilities. Shang Tsung gets fed up with the Black Dragon's incompetence and sends out the Lin Kuei to handle the Earth's defenders. Upset by Shang Tsung's disrespect and the fact that he's cutting their pay, Kano and Cabal attack the sorcerer. Shang Tsung manages to overwhelm the two in a complete one-sided battle. Enraged, Shang Tsung threatens the two to finish off the heroes this time around, or he'll steal their souls. One of the assassins, Cyrax, questions his job. This cohorts the Lin Kuei have accepted, since Outworld will take over the world if they continue to help. Sub-Zero rebuttals with getting the job done by any means necessary, out of respect for their clan. Sector remains silent as he reflects on his future plans of advancing the Lin Kuei. The 5 heroes remain at the temple as Raiden scouts for more skilled combatants for the tournament, such as Kenshi Takahashi and Grey Cloud, aka Nightwolf. Johnny flirts with Sonya a bit while the monks talk with Jax over his newly crafted metal arms. When they least suspect it, they get ambushed by an army of Lin Kuei ninjas appearing through Shung's portal. As the heroes make quick work of his army, the 3 of their best assassins appear along with Kano, Cabal, and another one of their allies, Tremor. The heroes engage the villains as Liu Kang faces Cyrax, Kung Lao faces Sector, Jax versus Tremor, Cage versus Cabal, and Sonya versus Kano. Johnny Cage struggles to defeat Cabal before activating his green halo as a self-defense mechanism, knocking him out. Jax crushes Tremor with his metallic arms against his superhuman control over rocks. Sonya also manages to kill Kano with a swift neck snap. Liu battles Cyrax and deduces that he's holding back for a personal reason, so he convinces him to stand down. Sector seizes as a window of opportunity and fires a handheld missile launcher at the monk. Kung Lao, noticing this, teleports between Liu Kang and his attack, saving his life, at the expense of his own. Liu Kang, at a loss of words, watches helplessly as Shang Tsung appears to steal his best friend's soul. Lashing out in anger, Liu Kang beats Sector with an inch of his life and turns his attention to the sorcerer. Raiden stops Liu Kang, since killing Shang Tsung before the tournament violates Mortal Kombat. Shang Tsung walks away with the souls of his deceased Lin Kuei, Tremor, Kano, and Kung Lao's souls at his mercy. Liu Kang then promises to free his brother in arms so he can rest in peace. Elsewhere, in the Netherrealm, Sub-Zero awakens as he was pulled away from the battle by his rival Scorpion. Scorpion blames Sub-Zero for the death of his family, as he could have prevented it if he were alive. The two battle with fire versus ice, with Scorpion finally getting what he wanted, payback. And then later on in the after credits, Prince Goro, the half-man, half-dragon Shokan, warms up after defeating some of Outworld's troops in preparation for the upcoming tournament, as he will be defending his title as champion of Mortal Kombat. And that is how I would write the Mortal Kombat 2021 movie. I will probably take out, obviously, some characters like some of the Outworld characters like Melina, Reiko, Nintara, and probably even Goro too, because they're just meant to be more like goons and bad guys and stuff. when like some characters like Melina or Goro, they have like such bigger roles, you know, like Goro being the champion of Mortal Kombat and everything, like, you know, until Liu Kang defeats him in the first game, or Melina being the successor to Shao Kahn. It's like, wow, they actually could have done something here, but then they just killed off these characters like needlessly. Um, but that's just how I would go about it. They could have probably, if they wanted to, they could have replaced Goro with maybe, I don't know, Kentaro or something, and then have Goro be the like the final obstacle when the tournament comes around, and like in the sequel movie that they're trying to set up for. But anyways, that's just my take on it. If you like it, cool. Let me know down in the comments. But this is just my thoughts. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a good day. This is the Keenest Fox, and I am out. Peace.